Okay, so I want to be upset, but I can't. But I am, but I'm not. Because Aquaman is an absolute monster. I think he is on the level of Wonder Woman. Like, he may be the new S plus tier character in the game. It's stupid how good he is. Let's get to the video.
I would question myself in the same situation and consider the consequences.
People were going to die!
Hi guys, I'm Gravity here, and this is a DC Worlds Collide video. In this video, Damon was right. Damon was right. I gotta give a shout out to Damon. If I can get the clip in, I'll put the clip in. But when the announcement for, I think, something to do with Aquaman came out, he was taking a break. I had to take 2 days off because of something for my daughter. And basically, he was like, when you come back, maybe you have Aquaman. I was like, there's no way in the world. But they just announced that they were doing this thing for Mara. They just talked about Opera. There's no way in the world he's going to be back and like he's going to be out in like 2 days. You're being too optimistic. He was like, yeah, I'm probably being too optimistic. And I was like, yeah, you're being too optimistic. So my bad. There he is. Aquaman is in the game. He is awesome. He is absolutely one of the best. I have a problem with Aquaman right now, just to give it straight up. He goes in so many places that it's hard for me to do any kind of like theory crafting because his kit is so open to everything that it's hard for me to focus on one thing to like build a team around him. But let's just get into it. The son of a human and an Atlantean queen, Aquaman uses his superhuman abilities and royal title to serve as the bridge between the surface world and the sea realm. Gotta be honest, I like the Jason Momoa Aquaman. I like that movie except for the last 20 minutes because in DCEU, everything had to end in fire and darkness and a gigantic monster. They couldn't just do like a regular old ending. But I do like the vibe of this Aquaman. They went for the rugged, I don't have time for, kings don't have time to shave Aquaman, not the frat boy Aquaman, which I really appreciate. Even though he's blonde, I prefer the brunettes, but what can I say? I like brunettes. Anyway, sacrifice invulnerable frostbite heal. All that. Sacrifice invulnerable frostbite heal. All that. Good. Let's go ahead and put it here. I'm going to go ahead and unlock all this stuff. So, and then this will give me my diamond. So basically, the sacrifice mechanic that he has, and actually we'll go into the kit, it's one of those things of I got to keep note to let you guys know that it's something different when it comes down to Constantine. So what I'm going to do right now, we're going to go back and we're going to go into his kit. And one thing I do need to do. So there is an artifact called the Atlantean helmet. I put that on Superman. Superman was my first legendary, despite the fact that I asked for Wonder Woman first. Superman was my first. I have a weird loyalty thing. It took me a whole season of Angel before I said that Angel was better than Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Shout out to those of you. That's a deep cut. Anyway, so it shows how old I am too. So anyway, so I'm so resistant of adding. He is a rank 9 legendary. He is a very, very, very good tank. I am very resistant to putting this on Aquaman because I gave it to Superman first, but it is an Atlantean helmet. And if I'm going to insist upon no one is allowed to have the lasso of truth but Wonder Woman because Wonder Woman lasso of truth, I got to keep it real. I have to replace this, not to mention the fact that Superman is like A tier. I think Aquaman is like S plus. So I'm adding this piece onto him. I'm going to read his kit, then I'm going to go through his gear, and then I'll go through the Atlantean helmet that I put on there. Not to mention the fact of, I'm going to just say this up front, I have to go through some of Mara's kit in order for you to see how good his kit is, because they do work very well together, despite the fact that he doesn't have a team synergy. So on his affinities, 9% HP from unlocking Mara. I got Mara, which it seemed apropos. I got Mara on the way to getting Aquaman. When I was pulling for Aquaman, Mara came up. I didn't have her till that point. Attack 3%. By the way, I'm being so random. Mara has something in her kit that is very much screw you Wonder Woman that feels like a throw to Flashpoint Paradox. We'll talk about it. Attack 3%, defense 6% if you unlock Black Manta, and then Wonder Woman sneaking in there, Adulteress. HP 6%, attack 6% if you have Wonder Woman and Constantine. Flashpoint Paradox movie was so good. It was so good. All right, here we go. Lunges forward and pierces an enemy with the Trident of Neptune, dealing physical damage equal to 100% of attack and inflicting 1 stack of frostbite on Trident lunge. This increases to 150% attack and then 175% attack. Let me tell you what I'm not looking for from Aquaman. Damage. I'm sure he can do legit damage, but so far, and please believe, I have him rank 8 now. There are going to be multiple videos because, as I said, he does so much stuff well. I'm not going to be able to cover this all in one video. No chance. Plus, I'm still experimenting with him a lot. So you're going to get, at least from my side, multiple not Deathstroke. I'm looking at Deathstroke because we're talking about Deathstroke. Multiple Aquaman videos because I'm going, as I learn more and more about his kit and try him with other characters, it's going to be more and more information. So just a heads up on that. You're not going to get everything now because I don't know everything now. School of Fish. When an ally drops below 40% of their max HP for the first time, this is stupid. Aquaman summons a school of fish to envelop in a protective bubble. This makes School of Fish until the end of their next turn. Any attacks they deal also apply 1 stack of frostbite. So when they do an attack, they will put 1 stack of frostbite. Here, damn, I just thought of something off rip. Because that's worded very specifically. So this School of Fish thing stays around until the end of the ally's next turn, right? So the attack will happen, their turn will end, then School of Fish disappears. So, until the end of the next turn, any attacks they deal also apply 1 stack of frostbite. Here's my question, and I'm going to have to try this now, actually, because I have him in a block set. We'll talk about that later. Does that mean that whenever Ocean Master counters and he has this protective bubble up, that he is laying down frostbite? I need to check that. Now, whenever an ally gains protection from School of Fish, Aquaman will too until the end of his next turn. So this is going to pop off, and every time it pops off, he gets protected as well. Yeah. Merciful Sea. At Aquaman's behest, the gods of the sea will reward his allies for their devotion and offerings. Whenever an ally's health is sacrificed, they are immediately healed for 50% of the sacrificed amount. Merciful Sea can be activated a total of 5 times per battle. Now, I did do this with Constantine, and if you guys have conflicting information or you feel like it's something different, let me know. I did it with Constantine. Constantine sacrifice, yes, you do get a heal, and now that I have him level 2, it's a 75% heal. Merciful Sea no longer has a limit of the 5 times when you take it up to the level 3. When the characters themselves are losing HP from Constantine being on the field, that does not get healed. However, when he does his sacrifice, when Dr. Fate does his sacrifice, when Pandora, I have tried with Pandora, it's awesome with Pandora. When Pandora does her sacrifice, that is when you get the 75% recovery. This is actually designed for Mara, for them to have one of the synergies that they have together. Because she sacrifices 5% of her HP in order to give herself Zeeble armor, which then transfers over to Aquaman because then he can use Zeeble armor. It's a whole thing. So, yeah, that's designed actually for Mara and her 5% sacrifice, which then becomes, with that 75% healed back, 1.25% sacrifice in order for her to put up Zeeble armor. So nothing. All right. King's Blessings. A rising tide lifts all boats. At the start of Aquaman's turn, any ally with more than 65% of their maximum HP gets 1 stack of strong attack. Yes. And this is something just to note that I had to look up before. Strong attack versus hard hit. Hard hit gives you an additional 10% attack on your next attack if it's not an ultimate, the next non-ultimate attack. And then strong attack just gives you 8% straight up. Oh, and plus the block break, but wasn't really looking at that. Now, and you get that strong attack for 2 turns. So at the start of Aquaman's turn, you get 2 if you're over 65%. And that stacks. The C's power is as restorative as it is destructive. An ally with less than 65% of their max HP is healed for 15% of their max HP. Yes. Yeah, we do like that. We do like that. A king is nothing without his queen. If Aquaman is beside Mera on the battlefield, any buff she gains is also applied to him. Now, one of the examples that I was using for this is, okay, I can't use Zatanna because my Mera will never have the highest amount of attack, although she does get frantic off that. When I have Peacemaker on the field and he's putting out shelter at the start of his round, I'm trying to remember his kit. That's why I'm looking like dead-eyed out at something. He's going to give 2 shelter to Mera and to Aquaman. However, Aquaman is going to get 4 shelter because Mera got 2, he gets 2, and he's already got 2, 4. It's stupid. I looked at it several times, so many times to be sure that am I right or is this? Because I know it seems like kind of simplistic, but it's actually dumb good. If Mera gets 2 frantics from Zatanna, he gets 4. So now he has a 40% increased chance to crit. Like that is so good. And he is very, very plug and play without Mera. You can put him damn near anywhere. But with Mera, yeah. So good. Telepathically summons a pod of dolphins who thrust him into the air. Aquaman then crashes both his trident and a colossal wave down upon an entire enemy row, dealing physical damage equal to 150% of his attack. He also gains 1 stack of shelter. This is cool. Physical damage dealt increases to 165% of Aquaman's attack. Enemy hit now receives 1 stack of exhaustion. What's up, Lionel? And then on his rank 10, physical damage dealt increases again to 190% of Aquaman's attack. Aquaman now manipulates the remnants of the wave into a protective shield for the front row, granting both allies 1 stack of shelter. I did not know he does that too. I did not read that part. He does everything. And the thing is this only costs 2 and only has a 2-turn cooldown. So we can be doing this a lot. Exhaustion, what is that? I'm glad you asked. Decreases damage dealt by the next attack by 50%. Oh, that might go along well with shelter, which decreases damage taken from the next attack by 50%. Aquaman is too good. Now, one thing that we need to go check out is that on the Mera side of things, I told you about Zeeble armor. Zeeble armor is, and I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, sorry. Zeeble armor is this ability here. At the start of Mera's turn, if Zeeble armor is not already active, she will sacrifice 5% of her current HP to activate Zeeble armor, increasing her damage reduction. Good, sounds good for a tank, doesn't it? You increase damage reduction by 35%. Sounds like if Aquaman had that, that'd be pretty awesome. Reduces incoming crit damage by 100%. I think Aquaman would enjoy that. Just saying. I think he would like it. This has, Aquaman has immediately put Mera above every other epic in terms of who I'm going to work on developing next. I'm about to do a video on her because, I pulled her when I was trying to get Aquaman, and I'm taking her rank 6 as soon as I get done with that video. I have a bunch of epic selector frags over here that I did from trying to farm system recovery to get encrypted tokens for Judo Master, which, by the way, the one thing that I am upset about with all of this is, could you guys please give us a calendar so we know when these things are coming? That it just would help us with planning so much. Putting these people back to back, Judo Master, followed by Aquaman, a character that's very popular that people definitely want. You're straining a lot of people's wallets, and some of them are like, I'm done. However, take advantage of those super encrypted tokens in the base shop. I buy 3 a day when I do have the diamonds for them, and I'm not pursuing Judo Master. Save them up. Okay, so in any case, because you never know when it's going to happen, so just pull back. All right, so now going back to Aquaman real quick. The problem I have with Aquaman is that he does so much stuff well that I do not know where to put him. Now we go into the Atlantean helmet. It's a legendary artifact or epic artifact, sorry. So at the start of battle, the wearer's HP is increased by 15,000. That's nice. Then on this next ability, when using ultimate for the first time, heals for 30% of max HP and bestows 2 stacks of sturdy armor for 2 turns. What is sturdy armor? I'm glad you asked. Increases defense by 20% and crit resist by 5%. This is good for him. This is good for him. This is good for him. I'm not doing his badge right now past that first thing because of Raven. I want to finish her tier 2 first. Now we'll go into his badge though. School of Fish now applies 1 stack of strong attack on the target that lasts for 2 turns. I forgot this was a thing. Oh my, there's so much stuff going on. I forgot that was a thing. Next, School of Fish now applies 2 stacks of Recuperate on its target that lasts for 2 turns. So taking it up to tier 2, I'm going to get 2 stacks of Recuperate, 1 stack of Strong Attack. At the start of battle, if Aquaman is in the front row, he will apply School of Fish to his front row ally. So that means that for their first, like, however long, it would actually work better if you're running a slow team. For the first however long, the 2 characters in the front can't get damaged. Man, welcome back. Oh yeah, no, it was good with my daughter. It was fun with my daughter. But happy to be back as well. So Aquaman is stupid. Put him in a block set. And the reason why it wasn't that I did auto equip because I pulled the second I saw that he was like live, I pulled for him and did whatever I needed to get him. Let's be real. By the way, when it comes down to spending money and stuff, I did buy that 1 pack that gives you 800 of his golden helmet credits because, and this is something I explained on the video. Remember, 1, content creator. I will make the money back on this, then some. So it's an investment for me. 2, tax write-off. This game is supposed to be for fun. Do not put yourself in a bad financial situation because of how they're putting out characters and you feel like you need to reach for your wallet every time. Save up, chill. He's awesome. He's amazing. Not worth missing groceries. Now, so I did have 40 super encrypted tokens saved. I did spend something like 30 or 40 when I unlocked the bride for stupid reasons, but whatever, we won't even go into that. But then I said that once I did that, my plan was for the next legendary, I was going to allow myself to buy a pack. So I did get that pack that was for like $50. That gave you 800 credits. It led me to unlocking him because I already had enough for the guaranteed progress with the 40 super encrypted tokens I already had thanks to buying them from the base shop. And then with that deal to get to the guaranteed progress, unlock them at 150. Then when I went into the shop, I was able to buy up. And actually, while I'm showing you this, or while I'm talking about it. So then when I bought that deal, which I won't show because I'm not trying to advertise it, I was able to, well, 1, complete a bunch of this stuff here based on what I did, taking him up to rank 6, activating his badge, doing the featured recruitment. I was able to get all this stuff. Then I went into I went into the shop based on those credits plus what I got from that pack. I was able to buy out all of these frags and take him up to rank 8. Then I went and I did Invasion of Atlantis and I did the Clone Throne to go ahead and get all of these rewards. And that was enough of the silver emblems for me to get that one from the shop here. So that is what I did in order to unlock him like fully, just so you're fully aware. It did require some money for me to get him to this level. So I don't want you guys to feel like bad because you're like, well, why haven't I got him? Because I did spend. Okay, so there's that. I do have him in the Atlantean helmet now. I'm trying to think of anything else. There's so much going on. I'm trying to think of anything else I need to tell you guys. Before I move on to showing you in one battle, because this video is already 20 minutes long. All I've done is just talk about Buddy. Oh, he's good. Okay, so actually what I will do, this might be fun. Let's take him into system recovery. I haven't tried this yet, so if this goes terribly, terribly wrong, it'll be edited out. Just kidding. Maybe not kidding. Yeah, let's see. So we're gonna go ahead. I think I have a Lex that I'm supposed to be fighting right now. Yeah. I'm supposed to do 5 turns. This is not gonna get him to 5 turns. This is just me trying to go up against somebody who I can match up with in terms of Deathstroke. Now, not Deathstroke, Ocean Master. So here's the issue we run into immediately. Nightwing, Ocean Master, block, cool. He's in a block set, cool. I'm going to put this guy over here because then Damien, when he does his back row attack, he's going to hit Aquaman and it's not going to do anything for him. Next, I want to have Mara next to Aquaman because then he will get Zeeble armor and whatever buffs she gets, he will get as well. I only have her rank 5. However, they work so well together that this is actually worth it in some scenarios. Next, I do not know who I want to put in this 5th position yet in terms of like just generally building this team. I could put, I'm tempted to put another tank, actually. Peacemaker puts out armor break and fragile. Fragile will help increase the amount of damage that they will get. I'll slide that in there for right now until I see something better. I could do Wonder Woman. She will steal this show. Actually, someone did mention Deathstroke. So let me put Deathstroke in. Get those extra bleeds out there. The problem. I do not want Deathstroke in the front. But desperate times, desperate measures, all that jazz, right? I'm tempted to, I would even be tempted to put Nightwing here and use him more as like a specialist tank. So when Damien hits him, Ocean Master will retaliate. We'll see. I would love to see a scenario where Ocean Master drops below 40% health so that we could see. Let me go ahead and just run this now. So that, nope. Let's do, that's not wrong. They both only have 2 cool. That's actually going to be stupid. Somebody mentioned Deathstroke and they might be right over me. That's actually going to be stupid. Because they both have, they only have 2 ultimate point costs. Between, like, he has 2, Deathstroke has 2. They'll be popping off all the time with 2 turn cooldowns. They'll be popping off all the time. I do want to see Ocean Master get below level 40% HP. I don't think that's going to happen here. But that's because I want to see what happens when you put School of Fish around him and then Ocean Master starts to counter. Will he counter with Frostbite? That is my main question. Okay, so as you can see them glowing right now, they both have Zeeble armor because she's done her sacrifice of 1%. And got them both in armor that reduces their damage by 35%, which is nice. Okay, so Deathstroke goes in. He's about to do his thing. This kind of opens up. If it's 4 for 2, that opens up some amazing things now that I think about it. Some really, really awesome things. So you said that you could put Lex and use Ocean Master Synergy long defense game. The problem with that is that when you have shields up, there's no block, and I need Ocean Master to counter attack based off of blocks. If I put up Lex and he's putting up shields, then you can't block while having shields. And so then Ocean Master's counters are just nothing. Okay. So, wait. So right now, this is actually kind of cool. I didn't even notice because I was reading that comment. Lex already has 15 bleeds and 10 frostbite. Already. So every time he's getting more frostbite, it's just more damage. He's getting more bleeds. Let's go ahead and open up those ellipses. So now they continue to be in Zeeble armor. So granted, this would probably be better in the front. Sure. And I'm tempted to like shift everything. I think I'll do that for the next one. Shift everything so where these two are in the front. They have the Zeeble armor. They're doing their thing. Nightwing is in the back. Whenever Damien comes around and tries to do that, I think it's 4 hits on, or maybe it's 3 on Nightwing, then Ocean Master will counter with that automatically, as opposed to it going towards Aquaman, who is still countering, but yeah, you know my point. Oh, I have Deathstroke in the front because no other options. It's not a smart placement. Not a smart placement at all. So. Oh, stun. That's nice. Nightwing rarely does that. I feel like that's a bug in the game. Okay. Honestly, I should have put Ocean Master in the front if I want to check for that 40% thing. What time is it right now? This video is already 25 minutes long. Jeez. And I haven't even begun to scratch what I want to look at. There's so much different stuff I want to look at. This is my weekend now. Aquaman is my weekend now. I'm going to run at this team to a bunch because this is the one that's surviving. I need to do 5 turn things so they're not going anywhere, but they're thick enough for me to have to deal with them. It's still only 10. It's Frostbite and max stack of 10, right? So every time he hits him, that's just more damage. This is dumb. Oh, no, Spike. It wasn't part of a strategy. It was just me being like, me rushing, honestly, and not thinking it through. So I do. This is the other issue too. So I do want to put Ocean Master in the front so that I could see that whole School of Fish thing. However, I mean, it was only Nightwing that even got dangerously close in the School of Fish. Everything else has been, you can't touch us. Because once Ocean Master puts out all that weakening, there is going to be nothing. Someone's in a dilemma. My Portuguese isn't that good yet. Sé que eres persona que gostas muy de porque preferías cosas. Yeah, see, I'm trying to use my Spanish and my Italian to read Portuguese, and it's not working. I can get some of it. I'm not getting all of it. Go with Aquaman. Si quieres por entregar lo juego es ser más fuerte. Vai de Aquaman. Okay, I need to figure that out. All right, so Deathstroke did a lot of damage. Those bleeds. Counter. Okay, cool. But that means he gets to pop off. And then right here, you're not bringing him in for damage. You're bringing him in for literally everything else he does. All that strong attack that's being placed. Everything else that he's doing. All right, so we're going to run one more, I think. I'm going to run 100 more. It's already 28 minutes in this video. No cuts. I don't need to cut anything. Oh my gosh. I shouldn't even say this because there's a chance that she might see this. She won't see it. Where I'll be like, look, I know we're supposed to go out tonight, but I'm busy. Nope. That's a joke. That's a massive joke. That's a huge joke. But all right, so we're gonna put Ocean Master over here. I only want to see if Damien can get him down below 40% for the frostbite thing. I'm not going to let this full one play because at this point, once the weekend goes out, there is going. Look, Mara's really low. So you see the School of Fish going up. Her turn comes back around. Now they have Zeebo armor on her. And how did they end up so low on health, but nobody else did? I guess because my Deathstroke is squishy and Mara is rank 5, so. Oh, he's at 40. Oh no, he healed. Damn it. Stop being so good. I need you to die a little bit. Just so I can see this. Okay, Victor, I'm going to hop on your question in just a bit. Oh, there it is. Okay, so now we want to see if there is a... Oh, and he's going to attack. Perfect. Please. Oh, he has immunity, so he's not blocking. Oh, there's blocks. So he's put... Is he putting Frostbite out during the counter? He's putting Frostbite out during the counter. That almost makes me want to try to find a way to keep Ocean Master right between levels 45 and 35. Like in the beginning, if he counters with frostbite, and the way I was looking at it, the way I saw it is that 10 is the max, right? So I was looking to see that when he hits, when you do frostbite, that gives additional damage. I could have sworn I saw the icon for frost. Guys in the comment section who are going to be watching this YouTube video, later and over and over, please double check and make sure that I'm not wrong. But it looks as though if I can put Ocean Master in a school of fish and then someone starts getting hit and he counters, that he's going to be countering with frostbite. That is stupid. That is stupid. That's actually more incentive for me to run them with Constantine. Because Constantine is going to reduce their health. I said I was going to let this whole thing go. Constantine is going to reduce their health so that when Ocean Master does inevitably hit below 40%, then he's going to counter with frostbite. That is dumb. I forgot what the next thing is that I wanted to look at. Oh, okay. I look at this one other thing and then call it a video. That is dumb. Yeah, you shouldn't be in the front anyway. That is dumb. That is so stupid. In this scenario, I kind of want to remove Mara, but I'm just gonna put Nightwing over here. Damien attacks here. I'm still all my energy's gone because now my brain is fried. I'm trying to think of there's so many combinations I just thought of because of that mess that just happened right there. Mess in a good way, but yo. Okay, sorry. I shouldn't be. This is usually how I get on the streams where I'm like stunned, and I'm doing this in the middle of a YouTube video. I apologize. He's good. That's just dumb. Okay. Yeah, just this. Thank you guys for watching. I'm so discombobulated at the moment. I can't get my head around certain things. This is gonna take a minute. Okay. So frostbite, and I mean the frostbite stacked up on Buddy fast. Okay, we got the school of she's expected to die. We know what it is. We know what the business is. But frostbite is stacking up on Buddy fast too. Fast. Put more bleeds out there. More bleeds. That's fine. I would like a heal for Mara, but it's not going to happen most likely. It's fine. I'm okay with it. We can still rock with it. He won't get Zebo armor anymore, though, so that makes it a little bit more difficult for him. He did put exhaustion out, though. Jeez, he's good. Thank you guys for watching. Please please subscribe. If you don't like it, subscribe and a dislike. I'm okay with that as well. Or as they say, someone told me, hit the dislike button twice. He's good. There's gonna be more videos from me on him. I'm gonna try him on a bunch of different stuff. So this isn't the only one, but he is absolutely Aqua está absurdo. I know what that one means. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time.